Hello everyone, it's Petko Alexandrov and I continue with the results that I have from the Reactor for the Bitcoin, and I will show you the results for H1, for M30 and as well for M15. So let's start with H1 chart. You can see that totally over 3,340,000 strategies were generated for 10 hours, and from those only 1,184 passed the acceptance criteria, which is a huge criteria to filter the strategies. Alright, so millions of strategies were generated, and from those only 0.04% pass the acceptance criteria. And after that you can see that almost all of these strategies passed the Monte Carlo as well. Okay, so at the end we had 1,141 that passed the Monte Carlo at the acceptance criteria. And we have these strategies in the collection. Actually we have the top 100 only, because this is how I have set it. In tools you can increase the capacity up to 300, but 100 strategies is just more than enough. This is why I keep it to 100. Okay, here are the strategies. You can see very nice balanced lines, and you can see how they are separated with the out of sample and the in sample part. Okay, so I see in the collection all the strategies that have profit factor above 1.1 for the in sample part and for the out of sample part. Alright, so if you look one more time at the results, we have over 3 million of strategies generated, and for hourly chart we have 21,000 bars. Okay, now for the same period we have on M30 43,699 bars, and we have less than 2 million strategies, okay, which is still a very big number obviously, but what I want you to notice is that the more bars we have, the less strategies are generated. Okay, and if I show you as well the M15 chart where we have 87,000 bars, we have 1,129,000 something strategies. Okay, so here comes the conclusion that the more bars we have, the less strategies are generated. And why I'm pointing out that is because many beginner algorithmic traders believe and think that the more bars you have, the better it is, but you can see that that's not exactly the case. And I can prove with that video to many algo traders that this belief it's not really true. So the more bars you have, the less strategies you're getting, but of course still more than enough. From these 1,129,000 strategies, you can see that 156 passed the acceptance criteria, and then after the Monte Carlo we have 149, and I see in the collection 84. So why I have 84 and not 100? Why I don't see the top 100? If I click on it, you will see that I have resolved correlations, which means that the correlation analysis removed strategies that are similar with similar trading rules or have similar equity lines. So all of these strategies are different. This is the idea when we trade many expert advisors or robots in one account to trade with different strategies. And as well, that's the reason why I do M15, M30, H1, 3 different time frames. So on M30 you can see that at the end I have 388 strategies, and in the collection I have 189. So I guess in this case right here I have selected in settings to have 300. Okay, usually I keep it to 100 one more time, and if I go back to collection I will see just 100 strategies, which one more time is more than enough. So trading many different strategies, different time frames brings risk diversification. Alright, so I will not be risking my money, my capital on one strategy, on one asset, on one time frame, because the different time frames, M30, H1, M15, these are considered to be even different markets. Okay, it's the same market, it is the Bitcoin, but it's very different when you're trading on M15, M30 at H1. So if the strategy or the expert advisor was created for M15, you need to trade it on M15. Don't put such a robot on any other time frame. Okay, so what I do after that, let's start from the hourly chart. As something very important, you can see that I downloaded all of the collection. So once the reactor is ready and all the strategies are in the collection, make sure to download it. This way you save your work, and if something happens with your browser, you close it by mistake, or you refresh or anything like that, or you go back, or you type another address or anything, make sure to download your collection, and after that you can upload the collection back. Alright, now after that what I do, I use the filter records, which is additional validation criteria. And as I said, I used the profit factor and minimum count of trades. So right now I can use anything different, like maximum equity drawdown or maximum consecutive losses. Okay, this is very interesting, maximum consecutive losses. So I will eliminate the strategies that have bigger number of consecutive losses. And if I click on it, you will see that if I have more than 20 consecutive losses, what happens is that 85 out of the 100 strategies pass this criteria. So what I will do now, I will decrease the number, and while I decrease it, you can see that the strategies are getting lower as well. So less strategies are passing the criteria. So what I want to leave is actually 33, and with 12 consecutive losses I have 32. So let me increase it one time to 13. 40 out of the 100 strategies are left into my collection. Okay, so all of these strategies, they fulfill the initial acceptance criteria that I had, like profit factor above 1.2 and minimum count of trades of 500, and now I added maximum consecutive losses of 13. Okay, so I will need to remove 7 manually, or I can add additional validation criteria, but what I will do, I will remove it manually. I will go to the last page and I will just remove the strategies that have huge drawdowns. For example, that one. This strategy has equity line that stays in the sideways for a long time. I will remove it. As well, this one is losing recently, still fulfills the acceptance criteria, but I don't like the equity line. I will remove that one as well. This one has a nice equity line. That one I will remove as well. Let me see one more that I want to remove. I guess it will be just the last one. Okay, so now I have 33 out of the 93 strategies left in the collection. Okay, and what I will do, I will download them one by one by clicking this icon with the cloud and arrow. So this way I export it for MetaTrader 4 and for MetaTrader 5. And with one click, I will export these strategies as expert advisors. Okay, I don't need to click inside the strategy to export it. I can do it in the collection, which saves a lot of time. So I will now download all of the strategies from the pages, and I will do the very same thing with the other two collections for M30 and M15. And in the next video I will show you how I place these expert advisors on the MetaTrader platform for trading. Alright, so if you want to see how I trade these expert advisors on MetaTrader, go ahead with the next video, and if you have found that one useful, give it a like and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next lecture.